whatever that exit value is, let's say $4 million, maybe that enables you to pay off your mortgage, put $1 million towards a stock portfolio for your retirement, and then go out and play again with a couple of $1 million in the bank to finance your next venture, whatever it may be. Up to you. So next thing is the exit multiple, i.e. how much you're going to pay, how much you're going to get paid times the profits. So $4 million implies that your business that you will own, that you will have bought, grown, and then be selling at this point in, say, 3 years' time, is doing $800,000 a year in profit. That's the business's profit, not your profit from the sale. Your profit from the sale is $4 million, just to be clear. You sell the business that is doing $800,000 for 5 times its profits. That is $4 million. I hope that makes sense. So just to summarize the numbers, the value at the exit is $4 million. If we divide the value, that is how much you get paid in cold hard cash or some structured deal, by the multiple of 5, you arrive at what profit will that business that you own be doing at the exit? 800,000. Okay, so that's the key number you need to come out with. That's the key number which you need to come out with to take forward to the next stage. Next stage is the growth. So we're reverse engineering from where you want to be, right? In 5 years' time, 3 years' time. In this case, I think we said 3 years. You want to be selling this business for $4 million, okay? And your business value in 3 years' time will be $4 million, and the profit will be 800,000. If we take that 800,000, we'll need to stick that on a piece of paper, keep that to one side, and come back to it in a minute. The next question is how much you're going to grow the business. Let's say you aim to grow the revenue 50% over the time between you buying it and selling it. That is not an annual amount. That is the total amount over the course of time. So over 3 years, I don't know what the compounded annual growth rate is there. It's going to be less than 20%. My maths is not good enough to do that kind of calculus in my head, but it's going to be pretty modest. So very doable, I would say. Margin expansion is an interesting concept. That's a phrase they use in private equity. It just basically means getting a bigger percentage of the profit. Right? So if you've got a badly run business you buy, and you can cut some overheads that are unnecessary, or you can make a higher margin, so your cost of goods sold, you can make more efficient, you can get the percentage down, you can expand the margin, which is another way of adding amazing amount of value. But we're going to keep it at 0 just to keep the math simple, right? So just to recap, growth numbers, revenue growth over the total time you own the business, in this case 3 years, we're going to aim for 50%, margin expansion 0. Let's say you own it for 3 years. So just to summarize the growth numbers, you're going to aim to grow the business 50% over 3 years. You're not going to worry about changing the margin, and your time frame is going to be 3 years. So the key number out of this is the revenue growth, 50%. So we need to know from the previous bit of calculations, your business's profit when you sell it at the exit is going to be 800 grand a year, and the revenue growth is 50%. Now we take those two numbers together, and we're going to figure out what size business we're shopping for. And businesses, when they're being sold, you're often, if you're looking for businesses, generally identify themselves with their revenue number, annual revenue, rather than value, because value is a very squishy number. So what are you shopping for? What we want to know is a revenue number for the type of business we're looking for now.